Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, however you're tuning in, whenever you're tuning in. Thank you for joining Sports with Balls. I'm your host, as always, Jeff Michael. Man, sometimes this music doesn't play for me. I wish I could hear it, but I can't. I think you guys can, so we'll just keep on jamming. It's early Monday morning, man. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I sure did. Obviously, look a little sun-kissed today. Long baseball tournaments this weekend. Suns baseball tournament, long day Sunday, which means they did very well. So I do look forward to that, man. Welcome into Sports with Balls. I'm Jeff Michael. Huge sports weekend this past weekend. Tried to keep up with everything as much as I could. Obviously had a tournament this weekend. Being one of the coaches, it takes a lot of time. I don't know if any of you guys have travel ball or select ball players between the ages of, let's say, 9 and 14. I have two of them, 10 and 12, and my goodness, is it time consuming. It's unbelievable, man. But I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's absolutely fantastic. Kids are learning a lot. Just a good weekend, man. Sunny down here. Sunny down in the south. I hope you guys are having good weather wherever you are at. Today's show brought to you by Christian's Tailgate Bar and Grill, as always. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. It was packed this weekend. Christian's Tailgate was absolutely jamming. March Madness was on point. Opening weekend of MLB. NBA playoffs are coming up. Just get there. It's got all the sporting events, all the televisions, incredible award-winning food, actually, man. #1 hamburger in the city, which is phenomenal. Go to christianstailgate.com. Find one near you. If you have too much, or you get in an accident, or just have any legal problems, call Mark Thiessen at Thiessen Law Firm, 713-864-9000, 713-864-9000, thetexastrialattorney.com. Dude is a boss. Absolute boss. All right. What are we getting to today? What are we getting to today? I know I got the NCAA on tap. MLB, obviously, we'll go over opening weekend, some things that happened. NBA, there was a huge brawl, Malice in the Palace 2.0. They keep saying that. They need to come up with something else. There's no – Malice in the Palace was awesome, but it was Detroit. It was in Detroit. I think it was the Bucks that they were fighting. 7 people ejected. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. And then an Aaron Rodgers update? I don't know. For once – as of right now, and there's still 30 minutes left in the show, we have no NFL news. Aaron Rodgers hasn't made a decision yet, and I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are on the clock. We will see. All right, not opening weekend in baseball. Let's get to NCAA first, man. March Madness this isn't what we expected, right? It's not. There's not too much madness. There's no long shots. There's no crazy situations like last year when Duke got knocked out. Who knocked Duke out last year? I forget. But it's all number ones. You have #1 Florida, #1 Auburn, #1 Duke, and #1 Houston. And honestly, that's must-see TV. That's what you want. I say this over and over and over all the time. Yes, it's fun to have Cinderella stories. It's awesome for March Madness. It's great for the public. It's a fun story, but when it comes down to it, you want your blue bloods into the Final Four and going at it. And man, do we have that. All #1 seeds for the first time since 2008. And I believe the championship was in San Antonio, which again, it's in San Antonio. Duke and Houston. Duke, who did Duke just beat? Man, sorry. Like I said, it was a interesting weekend. Duke beat Arizona, then Duke beat Alabama by 20. 85-65. I had Alabama in the final. Alabama threw in the towel. Auburn beat Michigan State 70-64 in a much more competitive game than the Duke-Alabama game. So Duke will go at it after Florida beat Maryland 87-71. Duke and Houston beat Purdue 62-70 on an incredible game. So Houston goes through SIUE, Gonzaga, and Purdue. Oh, I'm sorry. Houston beat Tennessee. Golly. And then they beat Purdue. And then they go through Tennessee. They crushed Tennessee, yesterday by 19. Florida beating Texas Tech by 5. Texas Tech, good story. They've got a good program over there. Texas Tech had a little bit of a run, man. Good for them. Florida advancing, obviously, and they didn't beat Maryland to get in. They beat Texas Tech. And, yeah, now it's set up. Duke and Houston, Auburn, Florida. Woo-hoo. No, by the way, there are 0 brackets at 100%. I'm sure a lot of people do have this Final Four matchup because they're all number ones. Right now, the line sits at Florida minus 2.5 versus Auburn. Man, that's crazy. And Duke is minus 4.5 versus Houston. Florida's minus 2.5. Duke minus 4.5. Houston, by the way, on a 17-game win streak. That's right, 17 straight. Nobody's playing better. Houston, as a team, is playing better than everybody. Cooper Flagg, as an actual person, is playing better than everybody. If I'm gonna watch one of these games, it's the Duke-Houston match because of the Duke. I believe this is a great Final Four. This is a fantastic Final Four. And either way this goes, you're going to have an incredible matchup for the final. I don't care who it is. Florida, Houston, Florida, Duke, Auburn, Duke. It doesn't matter. It's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure if I'm the NCAA, you want Florida and Duke. I'm sure if I'm Charles Barkley, I want Auburn, Houston. That would be interesting. But I will be watching this. My son doesn't have a baseball tournament this weekend. My daughter does not have a softball tournament this weekend. In fact, I think they do, but they're out of town. They're in Dallas or something. So I will be sitting down and watching this probably at Christian's Tailgate. This is going to be a fun weekend. It's just the tournament as a whole hasn't been that exciting. It really hasn't. You don't have that many standout games or people like, damn, did you see that? There was one buzzer beater, right? Other than that, it's just been sort of a regular March tournament, not March Madness, just a regular March tournament. It is what it is. As my championship, all right, I'm going to go with Auburn. I'm going to say Auburn gets in. I know. Florida has been playing very good basketball. And then on the flip side of that, I want Houston to win. I really, really want Houston to win. I'll take Houston plus the 4.5, but I'll take Duke to win the game. This is a Cooper Flagg story. This is really a Cooper Flagg story. I told you guys this last week. Get your Cooper Flagg cards in now. Go find his cards on eBay. Find Cooper Flagg's, and he doesn't have a lot of them. But Cooper Flagg seems to be heading for the NBA and is the number 1 pick and franchise player. Auburn Duke in the championship for me. Now, that's just me shooting from the hip, man. I have no dog in this fight. I do want Houston to win. I'm not an alumni there. I do want Houston to win, though. That would be interesting. Houston, Florida, Houston, Auburn, either one of those would be great. But if you're national-wise and you are an NCAA advocate, then you want Duke and Florida to probably be in the championship. But I'll go Duke, Auburn. But I will take Houston plus the 4.5, and I will take Auburn straight up. We'll see how that rolls. All right, that's my NCAA. Of course, I'll actually talk more about it on Wednesday and, of course, Friday before the games. This weekend and Championship Monday, I will really dive into it. But I digress into what is the New York Yankees. But before we do, this part of the show brought to you by Butler CCS. Wes Butler over there, man. 713-330-9472. Fire, water, mold, roofing. I know this week he went and helped a lady out that her kitchen got flooded, ripped up her floors and everything, man. So listen, if you have a flood issue, if you have a water or mold or fire issue, call Wes Butler at 713-330-9472. Plumbing break before you had floods. If this was the cause of it or by any means, call your best plumber in the city, 281-373-3333, lindsayplumbing.com. All right, where are we at, man? Major League Baseball and the New York Yankees. God, this is such an interesting story. The bat thing, torpedo bats, bowling ball pins, whatever you want to call them. It's not illegal as of now. As of now, it's not illegal, but it is weird. What they did was take most of the wood from they loaded up a certain part of the bat, the sweet spot of the bat, and made it, I don't think fatter. It looks awkward, and I don't know if their approach to the plate is different, and that's why they're hitting these home runs, or if it is the bat. Maybe it's a combination of both. Is it illegal? I don't know. We have other players in the MLB ordering these bats as we speak. There were other players already using them after they found out about it. This has been going on. They tried this out last year, by the way. I guess they've been perfecting it. And now what is known as the torpedo bat has changed the opening weekend of Major League Baseball because the New York Yankees hit a franchise record of 9 home runs in one game. I think they've hit 15 over 3 games, which is insane. Team record 9 home runs on Saturday. Yep, one short of the Major League Baseball record and 15 over 3 games. My Lord. The bats were designed by Aaron Leanhart, an MIT-trained physicist and former Yankee staffer who now works for the Miami Marlins. Why are the Marlins not using this? By the way, the Marlins, I think, are in first place. We'll get into that in a minute. Not using the torpedo bat, Judge hit 3 home runs Saturday and another Sunday, which is interesting, right? We all thought Aaron Judge was using it. He is not. He's using a regular bat. I don't know if this is cheating or not. Go to Sports with Balls on all your social media outlets so you can debate with all the other people. I put it up there for you guys. Is this cheating? Is it not cheating? Is this going to change a little bit of Major League Baseball? People are going to start using this. I put a funny meme up, said about, speaking of select ball and your kids, I put a funny meme up that says, this will not change your kid's swing because we know where this is heading. Man, I forgot to do the national holidays. We'll do that at the end of the show. Don't worry about it. I will get to it. There's some good ones today. The Yankees, obviously, offense is absolutely clicking. It is unbelievable what the Yankees are doing right now. Let me pull up the standings real quick. Yankees are in first place, 3-0. Tampa Bay. The differential already with the Yankees in 3 games is plus 22. Damn, they're 3-0. Tampa Bay, 2-1. Baltimore Orioles, 2-2. Blue Jays, 2-2. They got issues over there. I'm going through the standings right now. Cleveland 2-1. Detroit 0-3. Really? You don't say. The Twins, disastrous opening weekend. 0-3. Negative 13 run differential. Texas Rangers lead the West 3-1. The Astros took Juan Soto and the Mets. Took that series 2-1. Miami Marlins 3-1. With only a +2 differential, but that's all right. Everybody else, I mean, it's only opening weekend. The Cardinals undefeated. We can go down here to the bottom, though. In the National League West, you know who I'm talking about. The Los Angeles Dodgers, 5-0. And damn, they're good. My Lord, dude. It is as advertised. Padres are 4-0 as well, though. What else happened opening weekend? There's some pitchers that had really, really good stuff. Jacob deGrom looked good. Spencer Arrighetti, the pitcher for the Houston Astros, 1 hit, 6 innings, looks really, really good. Who had good outings? Spencer Schwellenbach, Cy Young sleeper, in his first start, giving up 1 hit in 6 innings. I think that's for the Braves. Man, if the Braves get another pitcher, wow. Brian Wu, the guy in the Mariners rotation, posted a 2.89 ERA last year. If he stays healthy, the guy is going to be really good. Blue Jays, I said that a minute ago. They've got a great lineup. They have just got some really, really big issues there. And I don't know what's going on in Toronto. I really don't. I really don't know. Bo Bichette's awesome. That kid is amazing. Vlad Guerrero Jr. playing in a contract year. I don't know how he's going to end up. You would think that he would go off if he wants a bigger contract, but we'll see. I think Anthony Santander is there. Well, that's just such an iffy team. They need to catch fire. I know it's early, but they do. The Padres, I told you, are undefeated. They look good. Yuli Gurriel over there looks good. Jason Hayward, Gavin Sheets. Man, where else are we going? Who else had a really good weekend this weekend? The Marlins had a great weekend and currently sit up top the NL East. We said that. What else are the Cardinals good? I told you the Cardinals were up there. It's a lot of fun. The MLB is a lot of fun, man. I'm a huge fan. I think the huge story, though, like I said, going back to it at the top of this little segment, is the bats. The new torpedo or bowling ball pin is what they look like. It's weird. It's really weird. I know that the players barrel up the balls a lot, and is Major League Baseball going to allow this to continue and allow another bat in the MLB? Now, it's not breaking any rules. It is within the standard of MLB bats. So I would be interested to see testing on this. The stats that are going to come out would be very, very, very interesting. Some people are going to like it. Some people aren't. Is baseball going to try to smear this? Are they going to try to cover it up and just be like, let it all in? And some people use them. Some people don't. I haven't seen new technology since maybe they changed the balls up and we saw how that went. More home runs with the baseballs. So I'm for it, actually. Give me another bat. I'm not saying use metal bats. That would be terrible. But I'm fine with some new technology, a new bat. Why not? You guys want to see more entertainment? Now, does it come off hotter? Ground balls, that's what I'm more concerned about. If it hits the ball further, then it has to be coming off hotter. If we see a rise in exit velocity, then on these bats, then you have to look at it as a safety issue. Is it going to be okay for MLB? That's the issue. If somebody with one of these bats hits a pitcher right in the stomach or God forbid the head or something like that, and an exit velocity is at 113, MLB might pull these. But we'll see. We'll see what the studies say. I'm for it. Right now, I'm all right. I mean, if it stays within the laws, we got a new bat. Do it. Why not? Let's get it on. All right, let's move to the National Basketball Association, where 7 people were ejected last night and 5 players, 2 coaches, and the Detroit Pistons and Minnesota Timberwolves had a little tiff. Isaiah Stewart apparently being the main guy for Detroit, and Minnesota forward Naz Reid being the main guy for Minnesota. I don't think this is a big deal, dude. I could care less, to be honest with you. So, I mean, wow. Minnesota and Detroit got into it. Y'all have a lot more things you need to worry about than brawling in the Palace. Man, way to go, I guess. Good job. I'm not going to go over all the people that were ejected. Just the Timberwolves are 43-32, Pistons 42-33. I get it. They're fighting for a playoff spot. I tell you what. Let's see these 2 teams in the playoffs fight each other. Then I'm interested. Right now, it's just you just watch it. It just looks like they're wrestling. And I'm not saying throw a punch, but if you're getting ejected, throw a punch. Kevin Durant left in the Phoenix Suns loss. I think that was to the Rockets, who killed them. Yep. Rockets, by the way, man. Houston Rockets look really, really good. That might be a really dangerous team going into the playoffs. And quiet. Super quiet. But if Phoenix loses Kevin Durant for any amount of time, that is a brutal, brutal loss for them. What else we got over here? I'm going to go over the standings here with, what is that? We have 75 games win, so 7 games left. Oh, I guess the Rockets also got, what's his name? Dylan Brooks ejected again. That guy is always into something, man. That's why I don't believe, I hate to say this, but that's why I don't believe the Rockets will go too far, man. They're chippy. And I know that sometimes that's a good thing, but they're not chippy in a good way. We'll see. We'll see what they get done. We will see what they get done. The Knicks got some good news. Jalen Brunson says he hopes to be back for the playoffs or right before the playoffs. He is a key figure in that playoff run that the Knicks are going to need. Here are your standings as of now in the Eastern Conference. Cleveland, 4.5 games up on Boston. Boston's 9-1 in the last 10, though. Watch out. Watch out. Cleveland's only 5-5. Boston catching heat at the right time. Catching heat at the right time. That's what all the NBA is about. Now it starts to get a little interesting, a little fun. New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers sit at 3-4. And the aforementioned Detroit Pistons and Milwaukee Bucks sit 5-6. They are separated by a game and a half, and they just had 7 people ejected in one game, which fines are coming down and suspensions are coming down. So we'll see. That'll be fun to watch. 5-6 right there. And then it's a big split, 7 through 10. It's pretty much already locked up, I would say. Yeah, there's 4 games that separate 6 and 7, the Bucks and the Hawks. All the Bucks would need is one more win, and the Atlanta loses 1 game. And so basically your play-in tournament is the Hawks, the Magic, the Bulls, and the Heat. Because the Raptors are out. Not mathematically yet. They're the only team down there. Nets are out, 76ers out, Hornets out, Wizards out. So the Raptors could sneak up in there, but they're not going to. So your play-in for the Eastern Conference is Atlanta Magic, Atlanta Hawks, Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls, Miami Heat. That's it. It's almost set. Playoffs are almost set over there. Western Conference, OKC has locked it up. Number 1 seed. They are 9-1 in their last 10. Number 2 seed is also 9-1. And I just mentioned them, the Houston Rockets. Man, they are on fire. What is this? Points per game. Oklahoma City's got them beat. And then opponents' points per game has them beat. Woof, man, Oklahoma City is good. Who's got the better? Yeah, OKC's got the best record in the league right now, 62-12. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Man. Denver Nuggets at 3. LA Lakers at 4. The Lakers. Memphis Grizzlies 5. Golden State Warriors 6. Only a half game ahead of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Man. I said Detroit and Milwaukee earlier. It was Detroit and Minnesota. Sorry. Minnesota's fighting for a playoff spot, like I mentioned. They are a half game back. Dude, the NBA just drives me crazy. Looking down here, like the Sacramento Kings. Let's see, Phoenix Suns just lost Kevin Durant, maybe, and they are a game and a half out of the play-in tournament. It all drives me nuts. The Spurs are still mathematically alive. This is why the San Antonio Spurs are still mathematically alive, and they are 31-43. What? Jesus, dude. Yeah. The NBA's got some major issues. I don't know how they're going to fix it, but they've got major issues. I'm not even getting into all that. I'm done with all that. NFL news, Aaron Rodgers still needs a home, or he needs to go home. I don't know which one he's going to pick. I've told you this over and over. I want Aaron Rodgers to retire. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the drama. What is this? The Jets have their number 1 quarterback, and his name is Justin Fields. QB1 Justin Fields in New York. Wow. I mean, go get him. They're trying to ban the tush push. Okay. Let's see. Any other NFL news that we can get into? Otherwise, let's have a good Monday and get out of here. I told y'all about Aaron Rodgers. That's about it. That is it, man. I don't have anything else to go over as far as the NFL. Look, I'm going to come back Wednesday with some more NCAA stuff and maybe some baseball picks. I'm going to start doing baseball picks again. Let's do that. On Wednesday, I will have your MLB baseball picks. I could give you some right now, as a matter of fact. Let's see. MLB, Monday. What's it? There's a Royals Brewers afternoon game. Twins White. Man, there's a bunch of afternoon games. Did not know that. Astros and Giants tonight, both 2-1. Give me the Astros on the money line. Royals Brewers, no. Twins White Sox, no. Red Sox Orioles, no. Rockies at Phillies. Give me the Phillies. Sanchez on the bump versus Marquez. I like Philly minus the 1.5. Marlins over the Mets. Nope, I'm not taking that one. Rangers and Reds. Nope, not touching that one. Pirates and Rays. I do like the Rays as Rasmussen's on the mound. Give me that one. So Astros, Rays. What's the other one I said? Phillies. Astros, Rays, Phillies. Blue Jays, maybe. Astros, Rays, Phillies, and Mariners. That's who I'm taking. I know that Tyler Glasnow is on the bump for the Dodgers tonight versus the Braves, but I'd 6-0. That's a tough start. So there's my picks for today. I'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank my sponsors as always. See you guys on